They seem to work 24 hours a day. Whenever you need help, they're always there. They never sleep, and they somehow just produce like gold. I don't even know how they do it.
Okay, so we are here today with Matt Watson from Fullscale. We worked with Matt building a lead scoring system. We scored 50,000 leads from within his TAM. So, Matt, if you could tell us a little bit more about Fullscale and what it is that you do.
Yeah, Full Scale does software development for other companies. Our company is actually based in the Philippines. We have 300 employees in the Philippines. So we're basically a staff augmentation type of dev agency. We work with over 60 different companies in the United States and outside the United States, actually.
All right. So we went through a little bit of a lead scoring process with your TAM essentially. What had you done anything previously in order to solve this problem of like narrowing down to only the really important people in your market, or essentially if you had tried anything else before then?
One of our challenges is trying to figure out who our ideal customer is. When we service anybody that has software developers, it's almost saying like everyone is a customer. And if you say everyone is a customer, it's like saying no one is a customer, right? So our challenge has always been trying to figure out who are the ideal customers, the best customers. One of the ways we did this before was picking cities and then trying to figure out who are the best startups or best tech companies in those cities. And one of the challenges that we were trying to solve is that, like, how do we pick certain cities, look at just that city and figure out, okay, who are the tech companies, who are the best startups in that specific region. And that was one of the reasons that we reached out to Scheme, was to help achieve that.
So we obviously took a number of criteria that we tested a number of times to get the table right. What was was there any particular data points or some criteria that we did that you liked in particular or were even impressed about it?
The most unique thing that Scheme helped us do was figure out how can we use AI to figure out if the potential clients are a right fit for us. It's pretty easy to find public databases and figure out, okay, what companies exist, do they have a CTO or some basic demographic, firmographic kind of stuff. But the missing element for us was, analyzing the company and trying to figure out, okay, what kind of product do they build? Do they build a software product or a mobile app or something like that that makes them a good customer fit for us? And also weeding out people that are not a good fit, right? Like they're another dev agency or a marketing agency or IT recruiter or something like that. So by using AI, we're able to analyze their websites and figure out if they're a good fit or not a good fit, and that dramatically improves the lead scoring.
And what do you think, Matt, with that in mind, the impact of working with Scheme on this system has been?
The primary goal was to help find the top tech companies in all of these cities and do outreach to them, which we are doing some of that. But the other impact that this has had for us is being able to build a audience list in LinkedIn and also doing advertising to those people. So instead of advertising to every company in the world that has a CTO or whatever, now we have like a really defined list of several thousand companies that scored very high. And the impact of that is having a very, very targeted audience. And now our advertising is much less expensive because it's very narrow to that exact customer, set. So this is a great way to build a ABM, account-based marketing type of marketing strategy, where now we have like laser focus on these specific companies that we've deemed were the highest scoring customers.
Awesome, awesome. Is there other aspects of your business that has improved or you're sort of taking a different approach to now that like you have narrowed the total addressable market down?
We've talked before with our marketing agency about advertising on YouTube or different things, but just generically advertising on YouTube can be very expensive, right? So again, if we can take this audience list and then send that to YouTube or X or Meta or any of these platforms and really shrink down the audience list, now we can pay a lot higher cost per click. We can pay a lot higher CPM because we know we're targeting the right people.
So, Matt, what was it that made you decide to do business with us? When we first started talking, what was it that made you pull the trigger?
But the reason I worked with Scheme is you guys solved a problem that we had. I mean, the problem that we have is trying to figure out who are our ideal customers. How do I navigate through thousands of potential companies, even in my own city, and figure out which ones are the best 10, 20, 50, 100, 200, 500, whatever it is, which ones are the ideal customers? And it worked. And so that's what was exciting about it. And it's really been a big help to our company.
Good stuff. Very glad to hear it.
Yeah, very glad to hear it indeed. Can you go a little more in depth with what your experience was working with us on like a day-to-day basis?
Yeah, working with the Scheme team has been fucking awesome. They seem to work 24 hours a day. Whenever you need help, they're always there. They never sleep, and they somehow just produce like gold. I don't even know how they do it.
And Matt, if somebody is listening or watching this right now and they're thinking, I need a lead scoring system. Currently, we're using VAs to manually go through all of the companies in our area. What would you say to those people, and how likely are you to recommend us?
I don't know why anybody would do lead scoring manually anymore, right? Like if you can use AI and you have all the data available, right? The problem is we've always had the data available for like firmographics or demographics, or I can search Google Places API and I can get back a list of companies. But then how do I further score those, right? And so I think that's the challenge we're trying to solve here, is how do we take the scoring to the next level? The work that somebody would have manually done can be automated now. And I think that is the problem that Scheme is trying to solve, and they've done a good job of it.
That is the end of the questions. Thank you very much for taking the time to interview with us today.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. Love to stay in touch and wish you guys all the best.